Staging your home sucks, but you should still do it. In this video, I'm going to quickly tell you what staging your home is, why it helps you maximize your returns, and the way that I like to do it within varying degrees of cost, because nobody's trying to spend a fortune here. Welcome back to The Paint People, where we discuss mainly painting and decorating on this channel. And although we'll definitely touch on some of my preferred staging paint colors to use, we're also going to talk about staging your home for sale as a whole. At its core, staging is just a form of marketing. As you're preparing to sell your home, to stage it is to package it in a way to make it as presentable as possible that will appeal to your prospective buyers. This doesn't necessarily mean that you want to make your home as generic as possible, because even though that could be a safe option, it may not attract the specific type of people you're looking to attract. As someone who works in interior decorating and with paint colors in general, staging my place to sell was a lot harder than I thought it would be. I'm sure I'm not alone in thinking that my place looks pretty darn cool, okay? I put a lot of time and effort into making it the way I wanted, and ultimately I'm proud of what I've accomplished. I mean, me and my fiance, I'm not taking all the credit here. But this leads me directly into the first step of staging. Before you declutter or depersonalize or even degrease and clean, you have to swallow your pride. You have to accept that what was perfect for you may be a bit of an eyesore for someone else, and that someone else could be the one person putting in an offer. I had a really interesting conversation with my mom a few months ago, who also works in the design field, and she would always tell me that it will take an extremely special person to appreciate the way she's designed her house. Unless she stages, of course. But man, oh man, would that be a task and a half. She has accepted that her personal taste for her space has become quite eclectic over the years, where it doesn't fit into any real categories of what the current trends are. Like her space is one of a kind and singular. She's a larger than life personality if you know her, but the staging process is more so about accentuating what's good about the property, but sort of being sly about it. So when I arranged my fun coffee station that demonstrated how well I can use my space, my realtor just said, why not just show the space and just get rid of everything? All right, buddy. He did a great job, by the way. What I quickly learned was I was staging my home so I could sell it for as much money as possible. I mean, that's what it is. I wasn't prepping my place for Architectural Digest. I wasn't putting it on Pinterest to show off. I was staging it to sell. It was that little switch that made me think of it all in a more utilitarian or practical way. But best believe that coffee station came right back as soon as showings are finished. Although there are some homes that require less staging than others, it's always important to do at least some level of staging in every case. Even if you have to invest a little bit up front or convince your realtor to do it for you, the potential upside of the extra you'll sell for is well worth it. Now let's go over some of the different levels of staging that you could do, from a basic level to a much more bougie, expensive level. One of the first things you can do is clean. Get that home sparkly and new. No one's gonna wanna spend more than 30 seconds in a messy home. Once it's clean, then you can get a better assessment as to what's going on. Depersonalizing is an extremely common aspect of staging, and that just means you remove the items in your home that essentially shows evidence that you live there. That would include family photos, save the dates on your fridge, or paintings of yourself. I still believe there is some value in keeping just a touch of your identity visible somewhere, especially in a less obvious place. The whole idea of depersonalization is allowing your prospective buyers to visualize themselves living in your home after they have purchased it. And that's harder to do when someone else's photos are all over the place. But I can tell you from personal experience that when I visited the home we eventually ended up putting an offer on, I noticed a photo of the owners on the bottom shelf in the back corner, neatly tucked in, strategically, I think. And it was really cool to see that they were another younger couple like my fiance and I. And that helped me feel more comfortable that maybe we were moving into a neighborhood with people in a similar age category and at a similar point in our lives. And yeah, sorry, realtor, there's no way I'm taking down that painting in my bedroom for anybody. I don't care how many thousands it could potentially cost me. That painting is awesome. So far, so good. All you've done is a bit of cleaning and some photo removal. Pretty much free of charge staging right there. Now comes decluttering, which can be pretty straightforward if you have a little more of a minimal setup going on, but can get quite costly if you want to do it more aggressively, and can transform to you hiring a storage facility to put half your furniture in during the selling period. I've also seen people store a lot of furniture in their garage too. I've also seen people have their houses completely emptied and then virtually staged with modern furniture and fixtures just to give them a competitive advantage. Yes, virtual staging is a thing now. When it comes to decluttering, you do want to be able to show off how big and open all the rooms in your home are, no matter how tiny or closed in they are. So typically, less is more in this case. Although for me, I always prefer seeing a home arranged in a way that I would use it, rather than big empty rooms. It helps me visualize where I might want to put a table or a sofa, so don't think that you need to clear everything out completely. Less is more, but less doesn't mean no things. Finally, there is the extra step that people can take, and that is renovation, or at least a little refresh. Depending on your budget, there are many things you can do to increase the sale value of your home. You can go as big as a complete kitchen and bathroom renovation, or even resurfacing the front of your home to enhance its curb appeal. Or you can do something a lot more cost-effective, like giving the hallway a repaint, or even just changing out the handles on your kitchen cabinets. I think you can more easily justify a major renovation in the staging process if you don't need to move. If you're one of those types of people that are okay whether you sell or not, then you're okay either way. Either your brand new kitchen earns you a higher sale price, or you just get to enjoy your awesome new kitchen for the foreseeable future. Win-win. Now, of course, I'm a bit biased, but paint is my preferred method of refreshing a home for sale, because even if the colors you have are likable and modern, nothing beats a fresh coat of paint. I really love using colors like classic gray and French canvas as staging colors because they're light, neutral, and inviting. Classic gray was actually the very first color review we did on this channel, and the video is right over here if you were thinking of using it in your home, whether you're selling or not.